Hello everybody. Hey Michael, how's it going? It's going pretty good for me. You'll notice my door is open. That is because my wife isn't here and I'm looking after my daughter, so I need to keep an eye out for her. You might get to hear her too because she's not asleep. She's in her cot, so hopefully she stays there. Oh, she can't get out, but hopefully she doesn't go crying or anything. Also, one of the problems with having my door open is the dogs just come wandering through and try to wreck the place, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a good weekend. I did a whole lot of nothing this weekend, which was good. I kind of needed a bit of a break, so that was nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice weather in Ireland today, so a bit of a pain to have to be in work, but that's alright. Got to have a barbecue in the evening, so kind of makes up for it. But yeah, so there is my wife, I guess. Yeah, let me just be back in 1 second. Yes, my wife is home, so we've got a closed door again. Everything's good in the world. No, it's absolutely lovely here, Greg. It's actually still quite warm, even though it's 20 to 10 at night. Yeah, it's nice, and it's been nice for the last couple of days too. So let the good times roll. Anytime you get to cook on the barbecue in Ireland, it's pretty good. So yeah. Cool, Michael. Let's yeah, yeah, yeah. The dogs fairly announced that there's people coming. Anyways, cool, Michael. I hope you enjoy that. Yeah, we can get parental leave as well. It's unpaid, but you can take, I think, 6 weeks or something off if you have a child under 5 or 6. I'll probably do that at some stage. But not quite now. Okay, desk plus me. So we got our old friend back here, the display. There wasn't too many of us on Saturday morning, but I was working on this display. Half of it was my fault as well because I never tweeted out or anything. To be honest, I wasn't really feeling that great on Saturday or nearly all weekend. So 14 months for both parents together. Wow, that's awesome. So in Ireland, the mother gets about 5 months, maybe 6 months paid parental leave. They can take another 6 months unpaid, and the father gets 2 weeks paid. Yeah, so it's not quite as good as that now. I think that system should definitely be changed. Like, the mother needs as much time as she needs to recover, but once she's recovered, I think it shouldn't be just expected that the mother stays at home. Hey, Gregor, how's it going? As I discuss family law or policy here. Okay, so what we were doing, let's get my screen share up. Oh, there's fights going on here. Right, so this isn't on at the moment, so let's plug that in first. So we're back to using this display again. Just on Saturday's stream, I just wanted to do something different than the ESP32 project that I've been working on, and I didn't even try submit it to the Instructables competition. I was just too tired. So we went back to working on this display, which we were working on the last day. Okay, or a while ago. So we've made some. Yes, I have them on Tuesdays or your Wednesday morning. So I don't get to see on stream most of the time. So this is what we were working on anyway. So we had it before that we could click and it would update. Is it powered on? Yeah, it's powered on, but it's not. Oh, maybe I needed to just reload the page actually. Let's do that now. Yeah, so we had it before that we could just click and update. Oh, that's interesting. Is it plugged out? Okay, first thing we need to figure out is what is happening to that. Let me just check, is that... No, I don't seem to be getting anything on the serial monitor, so... Web socket display. No. Okay, let's see what happens here. It's resetting the board. It's got an IP address. I don't think that's the same IP address as before. So that is the problem. Yes, it's not. That's a pity. So as I mentioned on Twitter, the power has been going in my house on and off all day. So I guess it's refreshed the DHCP server on my router. So I'm guessing that's what's wrong with this now, hopefully. Yeah, my router normally would maintain the same DHCP server, or DHCP like even days later, but yeah, I guess. Okay, so you can see here, I click and it draws. So what we added on Saturday morning was that if I hold down left click and scroll, or not scroll, just drag it, it draws. And then the other thing that we added on Saturday morning is that if you hold down right click, it deletes. So some nice enough functionality. And then also I added a clear button. So let me load up GitHub, because there's a couple of things I want to add to this project that I thought we could work on. I'd be interested as well in working on this whatever stuff that you kind of want to do first. I think some of the stuff I'm less interested in. Ability to put web interface on ESP8266. So at the moment, this code is if you haven't seen this, so the display, we all know about the display at this stage. RGB LED Matrix, 64 by 32. It's I need to turn off autofocus on this camera because it never works great. It's running on an ESP8266 or a Wemos D1 Mini. And so on the code for the Wemos D1 Mini, there is there is a WebSocket server, and so it's listening for changes. Let me see if this is the one I want it to be. Yes, it is. Okay. It's listening for WebSocket messages to update the display like that. But at the moment, that web page is just it's not on the ESP8266. It's just sitting on my computer basically. So that's why I needed, you know, when the IP address changed, I needed to update it. So it knew where to go to look for it. So yeah, a couple of things that we would like to change is, so put the web interface on the ESP8266. There is a small challenge to this, and that is that the web interface has this JQ color picker.js, which isn't huge. This is just a JavaScript library that has the color picker code on it. I'm not sure where David Watts got this, but I got it from him. So yeah, interesting. I see there's hex here as well, but anyways, so you kind of have to go with something like the Spiff's web server, which isn't actually something I've really used before. The author of the display library was saying that there'd be an issue with Spiff's, but I think it would be okay other than the times that it's actually serving up the web page. So like the way the WebSockets thing is set up here, like it would load the page once using Spiff's, and then it would never have to load the page again. Like even when it's updating all the time, it's just sending WebSocket messages. It's not actually reloading a new page ever. So I think Spiff's web server would work okay. Had the ability to sync display to web interface. At the moment, if you reload the web interface, it so let me show you. Actually, this will be much easier. So I'll draw a little picture here. Reload. Now there's still stuff on the display, but there's nothing on the web interface. So that would be good to fix as well. Just on startup, maybe on startup, kind of ask the Arduino project, the web page should send a message to the Arduino project saying like, hey, tell me what state the display is in. And even you could ask it to tell you how big the display is too. So like I have it hard coded at the moment in the web page that it's a 64 by 32. But if you pinged and asked the display or the Arduino, which is connected to the display, what size it is, you could adapt this to be whatever you wanted. So that's another thing. Ability to load save drawings, not super important. Add export to code option. I think that would actually be okay because it'd be pretty easy to do. Just what do I want to do here? Good candidate for introducing MQTT. Multiple RGB panels could subscribe to the published drawing changes. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I haven't actually used MQTT for too much. Is it a good candidate for like sending messages as fast as possible? Like it's a really lightweight protocol, but I don't think it's that fast. Am I right in saying that? I'm not sure. Like if you look at the way this is at the moment, like drawing is almost instant. I shouldn't use brown because the colors that require PWM don't show up as well on on camera. Like it's it's so fast. I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I do want to do. I think at some stage I would like to change the subscription model though, because like I would like to get to a stage where I'd like to get to a stage where I can use this for stuff like I could give ye access to a web interface where you can draw on it, where it's in the background of the stream or something like that. Or even maybe like Twitch draws pictures. If you all remember, Twitch plays Pokemon. That was maybe like 5 years ago, where Twitch played Pokemon Yellow, Red or Blue. I can't remember which one they actually played. But that era of one. Yeah, like, so you could just have a bot where you could have excuse me, you could just have a bot where it like you could say 0,0/red and it would draw in that one, and 0, whatever 20/blue draw this one. And I kind of skipped there for a second, according to OBS. All of that would be better served if the display, if the, like, whatever the server aspect of it. At the moment, the WebSocket server is running on the ESP8266, but all of that would be better served if the ESP8266 was listening to a server that was running somewhere else, because excuse me, because like if I wanted to host, say, that website externally on cloud storage or cloud like hosting, like I would have to tunnel back into my ESP8266 or whatever, like maybe I'd have to port forward or whatever, something I don't particularly want to do. So I think it would be better if the ESP was requesting to that cloud server. I'm pulling it back. Hey Gavin, how's it going? Yeah, that is, it's something I'll look into anyways at some stage, but it won't be today. But yeah, I was thinking that Twitch plays, or Twitch draws pictures would be pretty fun. Like I think making a Twitch bot using like Node.js is pretty straightforward. A friend of mine did it recently. So like even as a proof of concept of it, if I like set that bot up on a Raspberry Pi or something and did port forwarding, or someone suggested this to me before as well, ngrok. It's for like, basically it's for like, I think it's like a reverse DNS to your local host or something, so you can like expose your local host out to the internet. So shift.io, shifts, we strive to empower creator to exceptional work. What did it do? I'll have to take a look at this later. Our products. Preview and pre-release content. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that anyways. Shifter. Okay, so I think it's shifter.io. That makes more sense. Shifter.io. Oh yeah, yeah, that looks cool. I've got a nice weird website going on in the background anyways, so I'll take a look at that some other time. But for the moment anyways, let's knock something off this list. So add export to code option. I think this is a nice simple one, and we might just get it out of the way. So basically, if you see this create index, oh, they have a library for the ESP as well. Very nice. Hey, Realme, I think it is. Realms. On the Twitch website, your name is coming up as like bright green on grey, and it's really difficult to read. I can see it in the preview like screen in OBS below me too, but it's also pretty small. But so if we look at this create index button, it doesn't do anything. That is because, why is that because? Show me the... So one of the problems is that I got rid of, that's Control-Shift-I. I got rid of right-clicking the context menu, so I can't read property match of undefined. Let's get RGB string. Okay, we'll take a look at what's wrong with that now. But what Dave used to have behind that button before I broke it, get RGB value of cval. Oh yeah, I don't have indexes on them anymore. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's cool actually. Hey BMO, no, this isn't self-made at all. It's I bought it off Amazon.co.uk, but it's something you can buy on AliExpress as well for about $20. I'm gonna send or put a video in the chat that I released on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. It should cover everything you want to know about that display, and including like there's links in the description for where to buy it and stuff. Just remember as well that you need a pretty big power supply. Like I'm using an 8 amp power supply at the moment. Now this is using nothing, but if you drew white on it or whatever, that would be important to do. Right, so I broke this. Used to hold down and draw a circle or a square. Yeah, that's another one that it would be on the to-do list. The first thing I'd probably do is a line. I think a line would be pretty useful. So click in one place and then move it over to the other, and finish off clicking the other. But I think I prefer to release a version of this that had like just simple drawing done pretty fine. Like it is a bit of a pain at the moment when you're drawing on this that sometimes you scribble like that, but because the right click is there now, it's not a big deal really to fix it up. Or man, I did a really bad job there. Let's just make that boo. Hey Leo, good evening to you. Yeah, so that would probably be a good bit of JavaScripty maths and stuff as well that I don't think would be a whole lot of fun on stream. Okay, so let's get the thing working. So what David Watts used to have was when you clicked this create index button, it created the array that was required for, that represented this. So what I was thinking about doing was doing the same thing but for code. So if we take a look at the YouTube subscriber counter code, I have this uint6 static YouTube bigger, which is just a representation of the YouTube logo that I've drawn out. So I would like to do the same thing, as in wouldn't it be pretty cool if we could just output this? So rather than me making up the PNG, going to this website, converting it, getting this back, I could do it directly on the website after I've drawn my lovely picture and I'm happy with it. So I could just copy it straight into the code. So if I wanted to use it for, you know, some other project, like is in, say, maybe like drawing the Twitter logo or whatever, I can see exactly how it'll look on the screen, and then I can export it so I can use it for code, which I think would be pretty useful. There's something, I'm just going to do it first so that it's like everything, but I'll also want to do it so that you can just like highlight the ones that you want. So if like you draw the Twitter logo up in the top, you could you know, just select that I want the first like 16 LEDs or whatever, and I want that to be a picture. Hey Mike, good evening to you. Hope you're enjoying the nice weather. It's pretty nice when I was leaving Dublin today, actually. I don't know if the weather varies much around Dublin. I was out in City West. Yeah, so I think that would be a nice thing to do. Right, so if we look at this code here, so we can see what Dave was doing before and how I broke it. Right, so did you buy it in a home store and more? I've had the same barbecue for the last 8 years or something. It's a Weber 57 centimeter kettle, and man, like that thing is rock solid. It's still outside actually. I need to bring that in after the stream. Like it's like the day I bought it almost. It's crazy how robust they are. Now it's expensive. It was like €300 or something. So but I don't know, like I have it a long time. Yeah, so what Dave was doing before was he was stepping, so he was doing a for loop between 1 and 100, and he was reading out he used to have an ID on all the divs, and he was counting up in is Weber German? I was sure it was American. Surely it would be Weber if it was German. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, so Dave used to have them labeled like cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4 on the IDs. I'm not going to have that, so I guess I could put it in here. Would that be useful for me? I suppose it would. I'm just thinking that I could put it in, so I'm in a for loop, so I can yeah, why don't I just put it in, and then we can pretty much use Dave's code as it is. It would be the simplest thing to do. So he had an ID of cell 1, so let's do that up here. So var cell number is equal to, so the top left one here is 0, 0, so, or sorry, is 0, and then the one to the right of that's 1. But this one down here is going to be, like, if that's, the one over here is like 63, then this one down here is 64. So what we need to do is multiply row index by the amount of columns there is. So if we're on row index 0, then it's going to be between 0 and 63. But then if we're down here, it's going to be between 64 and 127. So that should look after that part of it for us, plus column index. So that should give us our cell number. And then we just want to do ID is equal to blah, 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 blah. Oops. Here, but I also need what cell. So that should give me that should put the ID for each of them there. So let's see how that worked out. Let's just reload the page. Where is my developer tool? So if we look at our elements here, we pull out this div table body, div table row. So you can see here cell 0, cell 1, cell 2, cell 3. That all looks good up to 63. Hey Peter, cool. That's great to hear. Yeah, I'm seeing a good few of those displays around on Twitter and stuff, and I'm really happy to see them around because I think they're super nice. Hey, Blueprint 3D. Yeah, I was in America a few years ago, and I found it crazy how cheap Weber stuff were. It's funny, people are like, oh yeah, just have a cheap Weber kettle, and it's like, that Weber kettle is like the Rolls Royce of barbecues over here. Like, well, you know what I mean. Like, but no, it's definitely expensive. Like, isn't the same Weber kettle could be like $120 in America and be like €250 here. I guess it kind of makes, well, number one, they're pretty big and heavy to ship around and stuff too. So if they're made in the USA, or I don't know, are they made there? That would obviously make it more expensive. But also, like, people don't barbecue too much in Ireland because we don't really have the weather for it. So Weber, like, there is every chance that Weber, the original Weber, was German. Like, America being the melting pot of different cultures and stuff that it is. Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter. His name is Mike something or other. He got just like this black acrylic, and it's super nice. In front of it, I'm just see if I can find him here. Mike Rankin, Rankin. Don't know, did he put up any pictures of it? I think he did, didn't he? Tweets and replies. Oh yeah, here it is. Let me just show that to you. You might see this picture is pretty familiar looking. Oh, get out of the way, my one. But like, yeah, so he just bought black acrylic and put it on it, and like that seems to, you know, diffuse it pretty nicely. Yeah, so it might be worth picking up some kind of black transparent acrylic. He linked to it. Let me link it onto you. Hopefully that link works. Let me actually open up the AliExpress link and maybe link to it again. No, I'm not sure which one he used in terms of what thickness he got or whatever. I'd imagine you could ask him on Twitter. He'd let you know. No, never got it or tried. Yeah, that was another thing. Mike Swan got this gray plastic. It's like a folder. Yeah, a folder for like pages or whatever, and that diffused his stuff really nicely too. Keep meaning to pick it up, but I haven't been I haven't gone near it. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad people like that picture. Anyways, it took a little while to draw. I can't draw at all, so I was just like trying to trace a thing from the That's a good point. Would it help it merge? It probably would. Do I have any acrylic here? I know I have some out in my car, but there's no point going out to get that. Also, don't know if it's that good of stuff. Yeah, we'll worry about it some other time. Yeah, I must get into Easton's. Maybe this weekend. It's a long weekend. We'll get some. Okay, so create index works now, except it only counts up to 100. So let's fix that. Oh, does it work? It just doesn't go high enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really need to make the default color not brown. I also wonder how good is our color conversion, because like that is not brown on the display, it is yellow, like really yellow. Well, it's kind of gold, I guess. Maybe brown is a hard color to display. I don't know. Doesn't look anything like that anyways. So let me try to get like proper yellow. Well, it's brighter. It's kind of greeny looking, but it's... Ugh, it's blinding me. Yeah, there's a place that sells like plexiglass, like literally right beside where I live, which is kind of crazy seeing as like I live in the middle of nowhere. I was actually down there before talking to them about it in their project, but they're not really like, they're not really a sell to me type of a person. It sounds like they might tell me stuff if I wanted to go down that route or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so I haven't gone down that route anyways yet. Need to visit their dumpsters. Yeah, that's like this kind of stuff that I'd be wanting to be tiny, like, but yeah. Okay, so Dave counted up to 100. First of all, I need to start at 0 because I have a 0, 1. And where am I getting the 64 by 32? Okay, let me make that be a number here. For display width equals 64, and then display height equals 32. Then we can put in display width and display height here. You're very creative with the stuff you use and things like that, Mike. Don't know what does be going on in your head. You're just like must always be racing when you're just walking through shops and stuff, because I've had a lot of interesting ideas with stuff from IKEA and things as well. Just get rid of that. Excuse me. Right, so now instead of doing 101, I'll do display width by display height. Display width by display height. Yeah, I am the exact same. I want to do things as cheap as possible and as easy as possible. Yeah, Mike has done a good bit of diffusing with that stuff too. Yeah, I don't. Do I have anything like that? Oh, I do have something kind of like it here. I'll show you. It's not the same. It's something like this, but grey, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, just asking me. Okay, it's that kind of thing. Another good diffuser. Oh, that was my ceremony printout from our wedding. Don't tell my wife I threw it down there. Another good diffuser is clear or natural colored 3D filament or plastic filament. A lot of people use that for diffusing things, so you could make some nice stuff with your new printer. Michael, did you manage to get a printout with it yet? Okay, so what Dave did was he outputted this to the screen, but I think this is gonna look awful. We'll see. See, Dave's one was for like a 16 by 60. I keep calling him David, and it's his birthday today, so wish him happy birthday on Twitter. He was outputting it to screen, but there was a 16 by, his was 16 by 16, which, you know, is however many that is, but like 64 by 32 is just ridiculously more than that, so this is gonna look awful when we print it out. But let's print it out anyways and see what happens. Let's also convert the color, right? We need to do that somewhere. Where do we do that? Handle cell change and WebSocket. Convert color to RGB. Yeah. Hello, unexpected maker. I'm pretty sure I didn't say hi to you already. Peffing Pfeiffer shop. Yeah. Go for it. You're absolutely more than welcome to take whatever you want. Will require a few changes for well, it depends. Are you still using one of these displays that I've hidden now, or, you know, we talked a lot about you know, LED matrices made out of neopixels. Like, you'd have to change it a little bit, because like this one is 30, this one is 0, and then the one below that is 65. That's fine, but no, it's not actually, because that one's 65 because it's in like a zigzag fashion, so you'd have to allow for that sometime. Don't try to pronounce it, it's a German thing. Nice. Leo, I think we all have one. Yeah, a friend of mine wanted to get one, and like, I was telling him about it before I released the video. Like, he seen them on the stream or whatever, and he was like, oh yeah, I must buy one. And after my video, they actually sold out on Amazon.co.uk, so he missed out. No, you can still buy them on AliExpress and stuff. Oh yeah. That was actually easier than I thought it would be. Just one other thing to that's handy as well if you want to do the right click stuff is this prevent default on the event listener. So this just stops like on a normal web page. If I right click this, if I right click, this menu comes up and it's hidden behind that display. This menu comes up and that just prevents that, so you know it gets through to your actual web page, so you can actually do something with it. Yeah. Oh, nice. Make sure to share it. You added me on Instagram today, didn't you? Or somebody named Leo did, and I assumed it was you. I think I'm too small to affect the global market of displays, but we'll see. Okay, so let's... Another thing that I'd really like to change, and we might do it on stream as well, is there should be like 5 or 6 default colors, and then the last one should be a color picker. You know, because I keep selecting red and blue and green or whatever, and just never do anything about it. Okay, so draw on this, blah 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 blah. Create index. Oh. Didn't do anything. Color val is not defined. Oops. Do I convert an RGB color or do I convert... I feel like I'm converting all over the place here. Dave Jones, I am not. Like, I remember Dave being like after the guest videos, like he posted up that he was really disappointed with how little views that they got or whatever, and like, you know, my most viewed videos are, you know, barely pull in what like my guest video got. Like, I have 1 or 2 videos that have more views than my guest video got on that channel. So yeah, he is an influencer. I am a micro influencer at best. Is that right? So I'm just trying to get the thing that I convert the color with. So this was the background color. Color val handle cell change dot color dot val. So that's right. Okay, so no, I don't want to convert it to RGB first. I just want to convert it straight in here. Where is text defined? Doesn't matter. Yeah, someday will influence the global market price of something, but not any day soon, I wouldn't think. So let's reload this page. There's a lot of zeros there. So that didn't see, well, it's hard to tell because it is zeroed anyways. Okay, so we have stuff there. So we got something better. Convert color to RGB. Color to string. Oh, thanks, Michael. No, there's so much like content on YouTube that it'd be absolutely impossible to find everybody who you think you might even like. So I still find it kind of weird in some ways that, like, I don't know, there's, you know, like an audience of people. Like I recognize like a ton of your names from the comments and things, and like obviously there's maybe like 20 people who like come to the streams and participate. Like I still find that whole thing kind of strange. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. But no, I appreciate you all for coming out. I see a lot of like YouTubers go like, "Oh, I love you guys." I won't go that far. I don't love you guys. I appreciate you and I like you a lot for coming out. But no, love is something I save for my family. But I always find it kind of funny. I'm like, are they that like enthusiastic and nice, or are they just putting on an act? Because I'm not that enthusiastic and nice. Yeah. Yeah, so what is happening here? I've got 0x. Oh, I might need to do this. 0x. What does it look like on this again? Yeah, it is 0x, so I think I do need to do that. So I think that'll work. It's pretty warm here. Let's reload the page. I really need to make the default be red or something. So we create index. So it seems to be just sending zeros where it only needs to send zeros. So let's draw white, because we can pad out the zeros. There's no problem with padding out zeros if we have to pad out zeros. So do we have any? Let's reload the page. 255. 255. 255. I also really need to test how much like amps this uses, especially when I'm drawing white. Okay, create index. Okay, so I have all F's here, which is what I want. So I just need to pad out the I need to pad it out with zeros if it's too small. Okay, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm surprised that it isn't doing that already, but because it is a string, but that's okay. Right, so how would I do that? So I have, if it is a string, isn't it? Where's my color? ToString 16. Yeah. Right, if converted, I don't know, let's do while. No, I know. For int I is equal to 0 while converted. What do I want to do here? Converted color. Dot length plus I is less than or equal to 4. So if converted color was only 3 digits long, I'd want it to add an extra 0. So this should cover us. And I plus plus converted color is plus equals 0. Right, does that get me where I want to go? Nope. Unexpected identifier for int I. Oh, int. Oops. There is no ints in JavaScript. Fire. Well, there's type integer or something. Blah 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 blah. Create index. Okay. I've broken something. I'm probably in a while loop or a infinite loop. I is while I, yeah. I can't put breakpoints here for some reason. Source. Let me put breakpoints here. Control Shift I. Is there Control Shift I? What's wrong with this? Ah, yes. I have definitely broken it. It's not even coming back. What did I do? Converted color dot length plus I is less than 3 or less than 4. I would have thought that that was okay. Let me just comment this out for the minute. Wait. Oh, I should have killed it. Let's kill the page. File. That's fine. Anyone? Oh, I still have that thing up there. Oops. Let's get rid of that for the moment. Yeah. So color int probably comes back as a 0 if it needs to come back as a 0, and then we convert it to string 16. 2 nested, yes. Does look fishy, doesn't it? Melmoth the sheep. That does look very fishy. Color pad index. I think we were talking about this the last day. This is why you shouldn't use eyes. I think other than that, it should be alright. Yeah, I could convert it at, maybe I should do it at color conversion time. Probably makes most sense, to be honest. Yeah, so that is working now. Oops. So you can see here it's is it working? I have 2 zeros. So if it's 4 long, 4 plus I, ugh, so it needs to just be less than 4, not less than or equal to. So what was happening was, if it was 4 long, the first index is 0, so no, while it's not equals equals, while it's less than 4. That should cover me, but I think you could be right that it probably makes more sense to do it here. For converted color equals that. Hopefully I don't break anything by doing this. Then return converted color. And then I just need to do that there, right? Okay, so let's reload the page. Still working there, anyways. Create index. Did I click create index? I did there. Okay. So that's that working. But it's still not something we can copy at the moment. This took way longer than I thought it was going to take, as per usual. But let's. But anyways, this is not usable, right? This is just too long and it's a mess. So I'm just gonna do. If I could just maybe like copy to my clipboard, that would make more sense, I feel like. But let's put it in a format that we can actually use first. So I'm just gonna take some text from over here. So let's just fair text output that should be that guy. Would it correct FF0FF to FF0FF or 0FF0FF? It should. I don't know, did someone else come in there? It should only apply, so it should be 4 digits long, and it should only apply if it's less than 4 digits long. So if it's basically, if it's shown like F when it should be F000, is that right? Yeah, basically it's only padding out with zeros if they don't exist, which is wrong. Is it? So like if I try draw a 0 now, what is that gonna do? Let me just fix this up first. Oh, it's just my wife, I think. If I draw red here, I think he might be right. No, red is still red. 255 0. Blue is blue. Let's just check green. The color is RGB565 format, which is just clear that. Yeah, which in hex only has 4 digits. So I converted from this RGB value to be that hex value. Let's do a blue here as well, just to see what that looks like. Should cover us now, so delete this. Control-Shift-I. Output. Just delete element. Create index. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted the whole thing. No, you don't get the full range. Sure. So that might also be a problem too. We could be converting the color wrong up at this stage. But I think we looked it up and we got as close as we could to it. Oops. 255. Oh, it doesn't like what I'm doing here. Converted color. Why aren't you working? When I create index, where are you going? Oh, sure, I'm not outputting it anymore. That makes sense. Create index. What does the index look like? 0 fx. Yeah, so this looks okay. No, it doesn't. So this is right. F800 is right. But 1F00 is not right for blue. So let's look at the color conversion. I think I'm adding the zeros on at the end when I should be padding them at the front. I think that is the problem. So let's play through that and click it again. So yeah, this is F800, so that's already fine. I don't need to change that. And I don't, because length of it's 4. But yeah, I'm padding at the wrong stage. So prepend. So there's no prepend operator, right? There's just an append. So I need to write this out, right? So instead of doing this, I need to do I think so. anyways. Right, so I think that was my problem. Right, the other thing I need to do is text output is 0x. And if I'm what do I want to do here? If I'm if I is greater than 0, and then when I'm finished, I just need to end my array. So I think that should give me something useful, but horribly styled. So let's reload this page. See how we get on. Right, so let's see. 255 0 0. So let's clear the display. Right, red is working fine. Always worked fine. So it continues to work fine. Green. Yeah, green looks much better now. Yeah, it is RGB565. That's just what the display uses, so that's what we use. Oops. Yeah, so that's working fine now. Like even the color looks fine on the display. I don't know, it's kind of hard for the webcam to see it, but that's working all right. Now copy to clipboard JavaScript. What does select exec command? Copy text. That's select exec command copy. Huh. Oh, so he creates a dummy ID. That's weird. But I guess if this system works. Okay, I can do that, so. Right, so what I'm gonna do is, instead of outputting it, I could just copy it to a clipboard. Let's do that as a separate function. Here. Tab, tab, tab. Let's get rid of that from here. Actually, this might need to be moved. I thought this would take like 5 minutes. Here we are. Not even finished. Copy to clipboard, text output. And I guess I could display something copy to clipboard, I guess. I don't need to. Copy array to clipboard. Copy code to clipboard. That'll do for me. Let's see if this works. I'm not 100% convinced it will, but let's see. So if we do this, blah, 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 blah. Copy to clipboard. I probably need to alert us somehow that I've copied to clipboard, but we are where we are. So, all right. So it's working other than the I need to add in like new line characters, I guess. A space there would be a space between all of them would be pretty handy actually. And new line characters would be good too. So let's put a space here would be fine. So if I wanted to add in a new line character, how often was I adding in new line characters? Or this code? Every 16 pixels. Yeah, I guess that probably makes sense to just do it here too. So if I'm the 16th pixel, I want to be down on a new line. I think that makes sense. So if I'm 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, that's fine. So if I guess I can do it down here, else if I percentage 16 is equal 0, right, that should work, right? So if the remainder of 16 divided by I is 0, no, I divided by 16 is 0, then I want to add in a new line character. JavaScript new line character. It's just /n, is it? Okay, let's give that a go. I probably have to escape the /n. See how that looks. Blah 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 blah. Copy to clipboard. You might show on screen too. The new line character stuff did not work. I see it here. B/A/n. See what happens when you add in breaks. /n. Maybe it is just /n. Maybe I shouldn't have escaped it. Yeah, looks like I shouldn't have escaped it. Blah, 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 blah. Copy the clipboard. Let's go here. And let's see. Nope. Still. Oh, 1 second. I've made a terrible logic mistake. If it's greater than that, yes, that's wrong. So if I is greater than 0 and I percentage 16 is it /or/n? Or/n. Let's give this a go. See what it looks like. Reload the page. Draw some crap. Copy the clipboard. Don't really need to delete that other thing. No, still no dice. I don't have /or/ns in the lines. That's semantics, really, isn't it? It works. Okay. Interesting that one is longer than the other, though. I wonder why that is. Where does it change? My eyes are melting. Oh, it's just these are longer. Oh, I need to 2-upper this as well. That looks wrong. Surprised it works alright, actually. Where are we? JavaScript. Where's the color converter to uppercase? Should get me where I want to go with that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the /or/n. That can just be for some other day. It could be, yeah, I'm not too sure. So I should hopefully have F's capital letters now. Yep, that looks a bit better. Let's try Notepad. It's hard to tell if this is a Arduino thing or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it's not taking new lines either. It's just given up at some stage. That's fine. Let's not worry about that. Let's just get rid of that code altogether, seeing as it's not doing anything. But that's something. Specifically add the character 10. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Char 10. Anyways, that's fine. That's done. I guess I would like to add the text copied to clipboard. P class, so $. So dot be output. Inner HTML jQuery. It's just HTML. Is it append? Dot HTML. No, that output HTML. It should be this, right? Isn't it text HTML string? Yeah. Copied to clipboard. No, it stripped stuff from the chat. Yeah. Copy to clipboard. Wouldn't be nice if that faded away after a few seconds. /or, does that work in chat? I see /or there. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's it might be a kind of crappy version of it, but sure, it'll do. I can't type the slash in chat. Oh, a /n in chat. I wonder why that is. Maybe they're just trying to remove some stuff from you. What will I do next? jQuery color picker. RGB. What else was on my list of stuff? Export code option. Okay, that's there now. I don't know. I could take a really quick look at like can the library read the state of a pixel? Where is this library? What is it? PX Matrix. Yeah, I probably won't get into this, but it would be nice to see if it can read the state of a pixel. Sure, Hollister, of course. Let me get rid of that desk as well. There you go. Let me actually update that code now so I don't forget to do it later. No problem. Let me just let me update that repo. Added ability to export drawn image to code. Hacky. Like, it'll compile though, you know, so it's better than it was before. Oh. I have made a change to master cancel. Let's pull that down. I literally changed the README, but I did it directly on GitHub. Push to origin master. All right, there you go, up to date. Excuse me. Yeah, so, oh, that's interesting. Get pixel. Return 0. Yes, it seems like Mike got there before me. Wonder why that is. So he keeps a buffer of the display. Huh. It's weird that he has it even commented out. And that it returns a uint AT? Like, we're setting them with uint 16s, so you'd expect the color to come back as a uint 16, right? So maybe we won't be able to do this yet. Anyways, until that's fixed. Might require just a question to Dom. I'm presuming the rest of his name is Dominic. Yeah, Dominic. Just to why it's commented out, I guess. Why it's only returning uint 8. Okay, not to worry. Like, there's no point us holding on to it in code if there's already a buffer here, px matrix buffer. Px matrix buffer, this color j equals 0. Yeah, I actually don't know exactly how this code works under the hood, so I need to figure that out before I start playing around in here, I think. Anywho, so there's your buffer size, so it's max width, max height by 3, so I presume that's 1 for each color, and then he's dividing it by 8 because it's a byte. And then this is a double buffer. This is all strange stuff to me. So when I set a pixel, draw pixel RGB, blah, 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 blah. Where is that? Draw pixel or fill matrix buffer. This is weird. So he expects the color as an RGB 65 color. Then he converts it to be RGB values. Before filling the matrix buffer. Weird shit to access pattern. Okay. No, this definitely gets a bit out of my my comfort zone. Anyways, okay, so it is 10 past 11. I am going to finish up here, I think, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, sorry, I thought we would get through more stuff, but ain't that always the way? You should, I was saying to someone before when they were thinking about live streaming, I think it was Unexpected Maker, it was like, everything takes about 4 times long as you'd expect on a live stream. That's because you get distracted, and everything takes twice as long as you'd expect anyways. But then with the with the live stream, it takes twice as long as that, so 4 times. Yeah. So I actually never uploaded the video of last week's live stream to YouTube, so I'm gonna do that today, as well as this one, maybe. No, it'll be tomorrow actually. So another double whammy worth of videos. Yeah. Released a video yesterday with about a Raspberry Pi. There's about 1 million comments about how I did something wrong or I could have done something better. So I might actually release a follow-up video to that too, because I think their suggestions were pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, again, thanks everyone for joining, really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Next stream is Saturday mornings Irish time at 8 o'clock, so it's 9 o'clock Central European time. No idea what other times that affects, but yeah, I will catch you again. Take it easy. Bye bye.